Hi there YouTube, Mr. Global here. Very unusual airplane that I don't often fly right in front of us there. The CRJ700. Hi there Nick, hi there Aviator, and I think we had Sean McNeil retract a few messages. Right over. This is Chicago Midway. We'll be flying over to Minneapolis today as SkyWest Flight 4496 for Delta Airlines. You can also expect to see a whole bunch of Southwest 737s hanging out here. Seated in Melbourne is boring. I'm not even doing it for Milk on Monday today. We're doing Canberra to Adelaide. Nevertheless, that's tomorrow. For today, Chicago. In the thumbnail, you'll see some logos in the bottom right-hand corner. That's a football game apparently happening today in the States. Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Hi there to Quick Trip Productions. How you doing? As you can probably hear, we have a ground power unit attached to our aeroplane. Time to jump on. Let's get the door open. Cool. And since we do have the ground power connected, we'll turn that on. Hi there to Sean McNeil. Okay, navigation set to nav. Had to get our routing sorted. Initialization from the, take the GPS position 1. And we're at Midway KMDW. Okay, going Midway to KMSP, Minneapolis St. Paul. By Pumpkin, PMKN. And then Anito. Gonna start boarding. Dylan, D-L-L-A-N. Ronic, R-O-N-I-C. Kama. Execute. Cruise altitude we've filed as 340. Let's check our passengers. Okay, 51. £1,000 cargo. ZFW 50. Let's check if that's correct. That's 55. Cool. Just use that way. Vino. Looks good to me. Performance wind. Alright, in the cruise we'll chuck that in. 244 at 76. So that looks alright. Cruise altitude should be 3, is it 40 or 50? It is 40. Cool. Alright, let's grab the Otis, 132.75. Can I do the flip over? Not receiving a voice on that one. Neater. Where'd a pumpkin go? Alrighty. Information India. I have dropped a piece of paper over here. Wind 030 at 13, gusting 22. 10 statute miles, broken at 1,400. 16 degrees Celsius. 4 rights. Altimeter 3017. To Philly. gusting is essentially 9 knot gusts.
Hello. Thank you.
Got delivery on 124.62. No, this is Sky West, not Endeavour. Cool. Alrighty. I think we'll put the APU on. APU door is open. Okay, at some point we'll go direct intersection to probably Nito, but we'll leave those in. Let's bring up the departure route. 04 is the runway, so heading 100 up to 2,400. Let's chuck in 100. There it is. KPU's running. Fuel pumps are on, air conditioning go on. DC services on. Okay, fire detection loop is good.
You may overheat.
Okay, Mac caller's in. Engine sync is off. Cool. .8 on the arrival. Let's have a look at the fuel plan. There it is. Currently should have 10.7. And I got 10.68, essentially the same. Taxi fuel will be 45 minutes, extra is 0. Holding pattern 30 minutes. FAR reserve is 21. The odd note of 21. That gives us a 4. 4.2. I'm showing up 5.8. Should be okay. Minimum fuel for takeoff is 10,289. We'll call it 10,003. Currently have 10,006. That sounds like the baggage has been completed. Doors closing. Looking at the V speeds, it'll be flaps 20 today, because actually, you can do flaps 8. So V1 127, rotating at 128, and V2 is 138. FTO is 88, which is what we'll set up here. Set. QNH is 3017. Set. FMS1 is selected. And TOT on the flight director. Checklist. Circuit brakes are closed, nose wheel steering is off. Now hydraulic pumps are off, landing gear is down, flight spoilers are 0, flaps are 0. Radar is off, manual release is stowed, emergency flaps normal, APU is on, electrics are on, address is set, IRS is nav, emergency equipment is on board. Gear and safety bins are on board, aircraft documents are checked, and hydraulic 3A can go on. And it is on. Auto, auto, auto. So 3A is auto, not on. That is on, yeah, cool. FMS is complete. Alright, originator check. Pre-flight checks complete. Seats, belts and harnesses are secure. Pedals are good. O2 masks are good. Audio boarding panel is checked. Electrical power is checked. Panel is checked. Fire detection has been tested. External lights are checked. Fuel panel is checked. APU is on, start panel is checked. So actually check that. Fuel's good. APU is set. And the start panel here. Ignition is in. Start is fine. Now we'll start the left first and the right hand second. Emergency lights are checked and standby compass is checked. Clock set and its skid test is complete. Did the overheats. Upper pedestal's fine. Thrust lever quadrant checked. The trims. Trim should be fine. Yep, 0 on the aileron, 0 on the rudder, and 7.5 on the takeoff. 8.0 now. Yeah. Good, full start, passenger signs, landing elevation, altimeters, FMS, and nav aids are set for departure. Iris is set. Let's grab ourselves a clearance. Midway delivery, SkyWest 4495, requesting clearance to Minneapolis. Midway delivery, SkyWest 4495. $3275. $2462.
Contact ground on 121.65. Sorry about the equipment code. Never got that. That's the question before. Sorry about that, man. Delta 212, buddy.
Delivery Sherman 1 with India Instruments to Minneapolis.
Sherman 1, Midway ground, correction, Midway delivery. Clearance request Sherman number 1.
Standby 1. Sherman 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Trent. Joining me on the flight deck is YouTube. We'll be taking you over to Minneapolis, St. Paul today on SkyWest Flight 4496, operating on behalf of Delta Airlines. Welcome aboard our CRJ700, Canadian regional jet. Flight time today is just about 1 hour after pushback. We're getting last of the details sorted up in the front of the cockpit, so we'll be on the way shortly. Looking for an on-time departure in about 5 to 10 minutes.
3000.
Cabin crew will come through the airplane to ensure that everything is ready for our departure. Pay them your full attention as configurations do vary across the fleet. That's it. Thanks for flying with us at SkyWest Airlines and Delta Airlines. We hope you enjoy your flight to Minneapolis. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for departure.
Squawk 3147. 3147.
Clear Minneapolis is filed via the SID 3000 128.2 squawk 3147 Sherman 1.
For Sherman 1, read that correct. Contact ground 121.65 for pushback today.
Sherman 1.
Delivery SkyWest 4496. So again, 4495. Requesting close to Minneapolis.
SkyWest 4495, Midway delivery. Please request standby number 1. SkyWest 4495, clear to Minneapolis via Midway by departure. seared pumpkin, then a solid convoy stage, altitude 3000, departure frequency 128.2, squawk 3126.
Credits filed 3000, departure 128.7, and short code 3126, go is 4495.
Skyros 4495, read back correct, contact ground 120.65 for pushback today.
121.65, Skyros 4495. Okay, 3126 on the transponder. That is set, transponder can go on. Trim and map trim. Initial climb is 3000. Is set, not very high. Now we will we'll be using that toga, yeah, max power for takeoff, toga, and then back to climb. No auto throttle on the airplane, so full manual control at all times. And the ground 121.65. That is set, and departure frequency.
Over for taxi and expect 4 right for Delta 2 Levy.
Ground, Sharman 1 push. Sharman 1, Midway ground, back up, expect 4 right, 4 right, look up, right, call for taxi.
50.
Advise that.
As ready. Surface is off. APU is set. And the checklist before start. Passenger signs on. Landing elevation is not set. What's the landing elevation over there? Thought that would have been on to set. It will be 820. Now, altimeter is set.
Ground, south of 1661, ready to pass through information India.
Okay, view is on, papers are set, takeoff title is set. Doors are closed, beacon goes on. Fuel pumps, I believe those are already on. Good to go, get the beacon on, it is on. Cool, everything else is set.
I heard Tango, Kilo,
Dog pumps are all also.
and Yankee for
Parking brake is set, and there we go. Hi there. What is our gate number?
1660, that's 4 right, via Tango, Echo, Kilo, Yankee.
Gate Alpha 7.
Tango, Echo, Kilo, Yankee for 4 right, cross 31 center, cross through and left, south of 1661. If you could, if there's
So we're going to enter Tango 2, straight out Tango, probably via Yankee down to 4 right. Ground, scale is 4495. I'm going to push back into Tango 2.
Skyrock 4495, break ground, push back approved, expect going full right for departure, call for taxi.
Pushback approved, and we'll call for taxi. Scale is 4495. Okay, it'll be nose to the right.
We ground Delta 212, are you ready for taxi?
Delta 212 heavy, runway full right, taxi by Tango Yankee, cross runway 31 right, 31 center, and 31 left.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
The ground are also ready for push.
Southwest 103 with information and here, radio section and runway 4 right. Southwest 103, runway 4 right, taxi by Yankee, cross runway 31 right, 31 center, and 31 left.
Departure check completed.
Taxi by Yankee, cross runway 31 right, 31 center, and 31 left for
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Cabin crew, arm doors, cross check. Okay, we're clear for the start engine. Starting left. And 2 rising.
Ground, Sherman 1, taxi 4 right. Sherman 1, right 4 right, taxi by Yankee, cross runway 21 right, 31 center, 0 and 31 left, and Midway to the southwest, 737. Midway southwest,
And number 2.
31 right, center, left at Yankee, runway 4 right, Sherman 1. Southwest 1661, contact Midway Tower 135.2 tonight.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set. Engine sync. And we'll disconnect APU.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnect. Bypass pin removed.
APU door closed. Just go flaps 8. Flaps 8 is set.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Check. Okay, our start checklist. Generator 1 and 2 on. Auto. Set. Bleed valves and packs on. APU is off. Anti-ice is not required. Probes are on. Electrics checked. Rudder. Rudder's checked. Nozzle steering goes armed. Taxi checked. Flaps are set. 8. Flight controls checked. Trims checked in the green. 7.5. Thrust reversers armed. set. Flight instruments are checked. FMS is set to auto tune and brake temperatures are fine. They were cold before.
Number 212 heavy, contact Midway
Brake
Tower
temperature
on
00.
135.2 good night.
Tower
Full
35.2,
takeoff
good
checks,
night.
lights and strobes, fuel crossflow is off. Ignition anti-ice not required. Pilot attendant transponder and radar towing. Get that radar going. Do a test on it.
Southwest 103, contact Midway Tower on 135.2 good night.
Southwest 103, contact Tower 135.2, have a good day.
Charmin 1, contact Midway Tower on 135.2 good night. 25-2, Charmin 1. Negative is 135.2135. 35-2, Charmin 1.
Ground Southwest 4495, ready for taxi. Information India.
Skywest 4495, rolling to the right, taxi by a Tango Echo Kilo Yankee, cross runways 31 center and 31 left.
Well, Tango Yankee and crossing the runway 31 right and 31 center. Skywest 4495.
Skywest 4495, confirmed that is 4 right via Tango Echo Kilo Yankee.
Tango Echo Kilo. Yep, Tango Echo Kilo and then Yankee, so that's around the approach end of 31 right. Got it. Kilo Yankee. Oh, yep, so there, and then around Kilo. That's a tricky taxiway. Gotcha. Hello, Robin. How you doing? Okay, it's a left-hand turn here. Get that taxi light on. We're on Tango. Don't often fly this airplane, it's a little bit, a little bit average at times. Anyway, I decided to go for the variety route. They do fly this actual call sign on this kind of airplane out of this airport. And I'll be flying the 737 tomorrow for the milk run. So To save doing 2 flights in a row of the same kind of aeroplane, we decided to do it this way. There's Kilo. We're cleared across, runway's not active. And down Yankee. Hi, Manu. How you doing? There's a tiny GA runway. And bumps.
Midway ground, American 812 is ready for push and start.
American 812, midway ground. Pushback approved. Expect one full right for the first result of taxi.
Say again on tail direction for American 812.
American 812, pushback approved. Expect one full right for the first result of taxi.
Ground Delta 8180 on Papa to B11.
Delta 8180, welcome to Midway ground, welcome to Chicago, taxi to Bravo 11 by Yankee.
Bye, Yankee, Delta 8180, thank you.
Takeoff configuration, okay. Takeoff checks. Yeah, that's right. Full takeoff checklist. Lights and strobes, fuel, crossfire is off, ignition on, attendants advised. Just heard that happen. Transponder and radar. Check on the radar now.
Chicago Square 195, contact Midway Tower at 135.2 tonight.
Tower 135.2, KMSP 4495. Midway Tower, SkyWest 4495, ready at runway 4 right.
F 95 Midway Tower, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, wind is 03014.
4 right, clear for takeoff, SkyWest 4495. Go for departure, heading is 100. That's already set. Grab heading mode. Set. Lights on.
Gas 4495, hold, cancel takeoff clearance, runway 4 right, line up and wait.
Lining up and waiting, Sky 4495. Gotta love America. Parking brake is set.
Gas 4495, 4 right click.
Alright, clear for takeoff 4495. Parking brake removed. And we are ready. Turbo set. $80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive brake, gear up.
Gas 4495 in the right turn, connect Chicago departure, connect.
Chicago departure, Sky 4495. Heading 100 set. Ah, 3000, passed it. Power back, flaps up. 125.0. Chicago departure, Sky West 4495, heading 100, 3000.
American 2228, connect Chicago Center 135.155. Skywest 4495, contact. Skywest 4495, Chicago departure, say altitude.
Sky West 4495, 3000.
4495, thanks. Turn left heading 050, climb maintain 13,000.
I maintain 13,000 and climb 030. Scan, turn left heading 030, 4495.
Southwest 103, clear direct pumpkin.
Time thrust set.
American 2228, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
3515.
Bye-bye, Southwest 103, proceed direct pumpkin, please.
Southwest 103, sure for that, we don't have pumpkin in our FMC.
It's in your flight plan, why do you not have it? And what's the first fix you have?
Roger that, direct pumpkin, sorry for that, Southwest 103.
Heading 030, heading and
Can you actually
autopilot.
go direct pumpkin, or are you going to go somewhere else?
No, direct pumpkin, Southwest 103. I'm just gonna do it manual. I have Niato. First thing is nice from Niato for Southwest 103.
Okay, 103, no problem. Fly heading
Straight back.
320, please.
Heading 320 for Southwest 103, thank you.
Come on, speed. Fine, we'll use vertical speed now. I think I lost my mouse.
Southwest 103, 1 April, clear Nito.
Okay, clear Nito for Southwest 103, thank you so much.
Southwest 103, contact Chicago Center 135.15, good day.
135.15, thank you, Southwest 103.
Skywest 4495, clear at Pumpkin, climb maintain 15,000.
Direct Pumpkin, 15,000, Sky West 4495. $15,000 set, and we'll start that turn happening.
Skywest 4495, contact Chicago Center 135.15, thanks for your help.
135.15, Sky West 4495. Chicago Center, Sky West 4495, 15,000 direct Pumpkin.
Skywest 4495, Chicago Center, good evening. Climb maintain, level 340, resume release speed.
Level 340, Sky West 4495. $34,000 set. And we can resume the speed.
Chicago Center, Southwest,
Climb to set.
level 320.
1651, Chicago Center, good evening.
And Chicago Center, Sky West 4495, request direct Nito if we can. Just smooth out the corner.
Skywest 4495, clear Nito.
Direct Nito, Sky West 4495.
Skywest 4495, turn right heading 360, then clear direct Nito. Like you're heading southwest right now.
Heading 360, Sky West 4495.
Southwest 1661, same Mach number.
Southwest 1661, Mach 22.
Roger, Delta 212, same Mach number.
Delta 212, Mach 8.18.
Alright, take off
Delta
checks.
212, Roger.
Fuel crossflow not required, bleeds and APR off.
And
Alarm
Southwest
special
15,
signs,
61,
thrust reverses off, which is
Mach
check.
1 and 2.
Yeah, that'll probably be it.
Roger, Delta 212, reduce speed Mach 0.78 or less for frequency Minneapolis.
Say again for the speed, please, for Delta 212.
Delta 2.
Signs are off. I've got a flight level.
Minneapolis.
2992 set. I'll take that direct 2 again. Nav set. Quite a busy cockpit, this aeroplane. Be busy on the descent as well. Got no VNAV. It's kind of got a VNAV, but not really. Diff pressure. Packs are on, bleed air is in. Isolation is closed, bleed sources both. .1. Cabin altitude is below sea level. Why? Descending at 600 feet a minute. That's bizarre. Packs off. Actually need to decompress the airplane a little bit. Never seen that happen before.
Another 212.
Chicago Center, I was disconnected from the chat when you talked to me, so can you say again, please, from Delta 212?
Okay, Fac's back in.
Delta 22, I'll reduce Mach 0.78.
Manual pressure control.
Mach 0.78 for Delta 212 or less.
Increasing it. Uh, 814. Okay, while we decompress the cabin a little bit, we'll need to put in the arrival route. Which will be the Killer 3 arrival. It's very Michael Jackson of it. Cat to Killer. Leaving Kama. Cabin altitude increasing at 300 feet a minute. With the packs off. It should be impossible, but apparently not. Okay, looking at a descent, we'll need to do some of this manually managed. Down to Killer at 12,000, there's 1,000 feet below. Huggy at 10,000, and then after that, Crisper. So if we cross the Killer at 12,000 or 13,000, we should be fine. Need to get that cabin altitude up to about 5,000, currently passing about 600.
Southwest 1661, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
One 33.47, Southwest 1661.
Hey.
Altitude capture. And thrust coming back. Try and maintain Mach 0.74 roughly. Somewhere between 0.78 and 73 should be fine.
Delta 212, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
35, 35.
Minneapolis Center 133.4, Livery for Delta 212.
The D-Atus. Let's bring that up.
Use. Final approach over noise sensitive area. Departing runway 12 left. Runway 12. Caution. Bridge near airport. Please back hold short instructions and assigned altitudes. All aircraft taxi with transponder and altitude in Tokyo. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Delta. Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport ATIS information Delta. 23530. 1060 at 9. Visibility 10. 15,000 broken. 25,000
Chicago Center, American 812 is with you.
2.4.
Flight level 150.
Altimeter 3022. Visual runway 12 right approach and use. Visual runway 12 left approach and use. Final approach.
I'm maintaining flight level 20.
Departing runway
American
12 left.
812, navigation, I believe you said.
Caution. Bridge near airport. Please back hold short instructions and assigned altitude.
American 812, say again.
And for Delta,
Climb
about
maintain flight level
3022.
280, resume on navigation, American 812. Ready to tell you proceed direct to Pumpkin and resume navigation.
saying 1-2 right for the approach.
A firm, American 812.
Okay, localizer 110.3.
That was 4495, same Mach number.
Let's go with 4495 Mach decimal 74.
That was 4495, it can bring out to Mach 0.80 or greater.
We get you to 80, but not greater.
And scales for 495, same maximum for your speed.
Mach decimal 80 maximum.
Scales for 495, riser, maintaining Mach 0.80.
Increasing speed, Mach decimal 80, scale is 4495. It's the opposite of oxygen mask, so we've actually got too much pressure in the cabin. We're at 660 feet. Delta P's a problem, so you might put the oxygen mask just in case the balloon explodes as such. I've literally got the packs, put them back on, I'll take them off again. And I've got the manual thing at its maximum rate. I'm trying to reduce the amount of oxygen in the cabin at the moment. Not too much. Cabin altitude's coming back up again. We'll try to stabilise it at about 5,000 feet, maybe 6,000. Still below 1,000 feet in the cabin. We over-pressurised the cabin. There's 1,000. So a lot more to go.
American 2220, contact Minneapolis Center, 133.4. Have a good night.
334, audio, American 2034. American 2220, sorry about that.
Alpha 683, level 14000.
Level 683, good evening. Climb 18, file 340. That was your final tonight.
340 for final, 683.
I'm going to stick in runway 12 right.
Plus 103, contact Minneapolis Center, 133.4.
Probably be Krug.
Sorry for that, Southwest 103, containing contact from Minneapolis Tower Center.
So runway 12's will be this one here. Girac at 8,000, 230 knots. Try and hit Afton at 10,000, which means you have to lose 24. $72, call it 75. 75 from Afton. Let's see where that is. Somewhere around there. Alright, just after Zing we'll start our descent. $21 after Zing. $32. Call it 2. 10. 10 miles from Hender, we start our descent. he wants us to go quicker, so just kind of keep the speed about the Mach decimal 1. A little bit hard to keep it steady because it's all manual thrust. Okay, so we want to leave a nice little buffer between where we're at and overspeed. Okay, it's time to depressurize. We're below 10 though.
Southwest 4495, contact Minneapolis Center, 133.4, good night.
133.4, skies 4495.
Delta 27 Mike for traffic, stop your climb at flight level 290. Echo Juliet Mike 7, I forgot your call sign. Okay, there we go. So jet speed 7, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
Chicago Center on 135.15, jet speed 7.
American 228, contact Minneapolis Center 125.3.
25.3, American 2228.
Skywest 4705, wind 1007, runway 9er, clear to land.
Runway 9er for the land, please.
I do have tomato shade, yeah, for reflections. Mate.
Delta 1934, contact Minneapolis approach 125.3. Minneapolis Center, can you be American 7 for the climate at 230? American 7, Minneapolis Center, climate maintains level 310. 310, American 7. Center, Southwest 2987, climbing flight level 230. Southwest 2987, 230. Southwest 2987, Minneapolis Center. Climb and maintain flight level 370. 370, Southwest 2987.
Minneapolis Skywest 4495, flight level 340, Mach decimal 80.
UPS 187, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Down to 240, UPS 187.
FedEx 23, when able, clear direct zipper.
Center Skywest 4495, flight level 340, Mach decimal 80.
Skywest 4495, Minneapolis Center. Contact Minneapolis Center 133.45, 33.45.
33.45, thanks. Minneapolis Center, Skywest 4495, flight level 340, maintaining Mach decimal 80.
Skywest 4495, Minneapolis Center, roger.
G-Rav, how you doing? Differential 8.8. What? That's insane. I've got the emergency depressurization valve open and it's still going down at 200 feet a minute. What even did that do? That should have dropped out like a 3,000 feet a minute, this depressurization rate. Did nothing. Alright, we're at 8.6 differential, nobody cares anymore, all good. Now we've got the bleeds closed, so we better open them up again. Bleed valves automatic.
Minneapolis Center, jet speed 7 with defiable 370.
Jet speed 7, Minneapolis Center, roger.
Okay, 10 miles from Hander, we need to descend.
Guys, 4495, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
10 pilots disruption, flight level 240, Skywest 4495. Level 240 is set. About 19 miles to go.
Gus 4495, maintain 300 knots or greater.
300 knots or better in the descent. Skies 4495. Nine miles, top of descent. What's our current ground speed? $399, we'll call it $390. Hey, 1900 feet per minute, maybe 2000 a minute descent. Four miles.
Minneapolis Center, American 812 is with you, flight level 280. American 812, Minneapolis Center.
There's 10 miles, we'll start our descent.
Guys 4495, square 5 miles, direction down to 240, maintain 300 knots or greater in trend.
Descending now, flight level 240 and 300 knots or better in transition, Sky 4495.
Minneapolis Center, American 812 is with you, flight level 280. American 812, Minneapolis Center, roger.
1.9 on the descent.
Guys 4495, contact Minneapolis Center 125.3.
125.3, Sky 4495. Minneapolis Center, Skywest 4495, descending flight level 240, leaving flight level 310.
Skywest 4495, Minneapolis Center, descend via the Killer 3 arrival, runway 12 right transition, Minneapolis altimeter 3022.
Travel altimeter 302 and via the Killer arrival, Southwest 4495. 12 right. Yep, that's correct. Over the speed. Kimber 110.3.
Right now flight level 170.
Set. Inbound course 121.
Kilo I 1563, Minneapolis Center, calling maintain 230.
Climb routine flight level 330. Southwest 103 with you at 6,000.
121.
Southwest 103, Minneapolis Center, extremely high. This is correction, turn right, heading 360, and I'll back to the airport. Descend to maintain flight level 200 for now.
Okay, 360 on the heading in 220, flight level 220.
Nav mode, FMS 1. Speed 300.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, Express 112 Heavy with you. We're descending to 18,000 at this time.
And temperature.
Minneapolis, good evening, Delta 33 with the 7,000, climb of the airspace.
CLI 1563, contact Minneapolis Center 133.45.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain speaking from the flight deck. We'll be going to descent into Minneapolis at the stage, and we're going to anticipate arriving there inside the next 20 minutes. As prepared for the approach, we ask that you return to your seats as soon as you can and get your seatbelts fastened. Seatbelt signs will be turned on shortly. Cabin crew will be coming through the aeroplane to ensure that everything is ready for our arrival. Thanks for flying with us on Skywest Airlines on behalf of Delta Airlines. Hope you've enjoyed the flight on our CRJ700. Weather down in Minneapolis looks pretty fine. Temperature of 60 degrees Fahrenheit and
Okay, Express 112 Minneapolis
weather.
descend to be
A lot less windy than it was in
Detroit
Chicago as
arrival,
well.
runway 12 right transition, Minneapolis.
Hope you have a very enjoyable stay in Minneapolis and a very safe onward journey from airfield.
We'll descend via the approach 12 right, Express 112 Heavy, we're going.
Dazzling run.
Houston, just to confirm, descending to flight level 120, 12,000.
So the airship phone checking out. I don't know what your call sign.
Landing elevation is set, fuel checked, altimeters
Southwest 103.
still at flight level.
Southwest 103, descend and maintain flight level 200 and turn right heading 090, I'm resequencing you into the airport.
Vertical speed again.
Okay, turn left heading 220 for Southwest 103.
18 set.
Southwest 103, descend and maintain flight level 200 and turn right heading 090.
I cleared out at 8,000.
Okay, flight level 200 and 190 for Southwest 103.
Southwest 12, Skywest 4495 Minneapolis. Exit disregard your on frequency. Delta 1833 of Minneapolis Center.
1833.
Delta 1833, call in 18 flight level 230.
230.
Okay, there's
Southwest
8,000.
103, where are you going?
Train display not required, CS is set, landing data.
Southwest 103, heading 190.
Southwest 103, that's not what I gave you. Turn right.
Okay, landing data. V2GA is 139, VREF is 132, approach speed will be 135.67.
Southwest 103.
Okay, no significant gusts, so it'll be +5. Seatbelt signs can go on. Lights in.
Okay, Express 112, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
Ah, let's go.
3547, Express 112 Heavy, thanks.
Skywest 4495, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
135.47, Skywest 4495.
American 2228 is going to maintain 4,000. EBS 187 Heavy is going to maintain 5,000.
Altimeter needs to go now.
Field in safe for Delta 212.
3022.
Delta 212, clear visual approach, runway 12 left.
Clear visual approach 12 left for Delta 212.
Set. Approach SkyWest 4495, descending with the Killer 3 arrival information data.
Delta 212, contact Minneapolis Tower 126.7.
126.7 for Delta 212, have a good day.
Southwest 1661 to Minneapolis Airport after 12 o'clock and 12 miles report set. Southwest 1661, clear visual approach runway 12 right, maintain 180 knots or greater until a 5 mile final.
Clear visual approach runway 12 right, but we're unable to land here until the 5 mile.
Southwest 1661, roger, maintain, can you do 170 or better till 5?
170 is fine.
Stay Southwest 1661, maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5 mile final.
70 or greater until 5 mile.
UPS 187 heavy, turn right heading 040, maintain 210 knots.
Right 040, 210 knots.
And I'm sorry, who is checking in there that I missed?
SkyWest 4495 with Delta.
Skywest 4495, Minneapolis approach, hello, Delta's turn to Minneapolis, altimeter 3022. Change your train, or correction, expected vectors, visual approach, runway 12 right.
12 right approach, SkyWest 4495.
American 2228, turn left heading 210.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, Express 112 heavy with you. We're passing 7,000 for 5,000 at this time.
Southwest 1661, contact Minneapolis Tower 126.7.
2670
UPS 187 heavy, turn right heading 090, intercept runway 12 right, localizer.
Right 090.
Canadian Express 112 heavy, Minneapolis approach, turn left heading 360, maintain 210 knots.
210, 360 on that heading, Express 112 heavy.
American 2228, turn left heading 210.
Southwest 103 with you at 18,000, heading 270.
And I'm sorry, who's checking in?
Southwest 103.
Southwest 103, Minneapolis approach, hello, descend maintain 8,000, flight at 250, vectors to final.
8,000 and 250 for Southwest 103.
Canadian Express 112 heavy, turn left heading 300.
Cabin pressure is still out of control.
300 at this time, Express 112 heavy.
And I suspect that it'll actually descend below the actual current altitude of the aeroplane at some point. Which is impossible again, you can't do that. Physics doesn't work like that. You can't depressurize the aircraft below the altitude of the outside.
This is Southwest 103, what runway can we expect?
Canadian Express 112 heavy, you can expect runway 12 right.
Negative for Southwest 103, what runway can we expect?
American 2228, turn left heading 150. The Minneapolis airport will be at sure 12 o'clock, correction 11 o'clock, and 15 miles.
50, we'll look out for
Southwest 103, turn left heading 250, please.
Left 250 for Southwest
Canadian Express 112 Heavy, turn right heading 090, intercept runway 12 right, localizer.
090 to intercept on the right side, Express 112 Heavy.
UPS 187 Heavy, Minneapolis Airport, 12 o'clock and about 8 miles, report and say.
UPS 27 altitude.
UPS 187 Heavy, clear visual approach, runway 12 right.
Clear visual approach would be to right, yes.
American 2228 traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles, 3,700 southeast, bound to 747 for the parallel. Report and say.
We got traffic area of the airport for
American 2228, caution weak turbulence, clear visual approach, runway 12 left.
clear visual on the left.
Minneapolis approach, American 812 is with you, descending flight level 210 for 8,000.
Autopower.
UPS 187 Heavy, contact Minneapolis Tower 126.7.
26.7, UPS 27.
American 2228, contact Minneapolis Tower 126.7.
26.7,
And I'm so sorry, there's somebody checking in who is looking for their runway, and I keep missing the call sign. Is it SkyWest 4495?
Negative, it's Southwest 103.
Southwest 103, sorry, Southwest 103. You can expect the visual approach, runway 12
That's a Greek
left.
301 on the heading. .3017. There's 8,000.
Minneapolis
240
approach,
knots.
American 812 is with you, descending through flight level 200 for flight level 080.
Alright, so the aeroplane itself is at 8,000 feet.
Yeah, the American.
The cabin altitude is
stands by when we're gonna
4,600.
do control right now.
9,600. So inside the aeroplane is less altitude than outside the aeroplane. Like it's sucking air out. Clearly something's wrong with the controller up there, so I'm just going to stay into manual control. Just going to open up the outflow valve completely. Depressure is set.
House 4495, flight person heading discretion flighting 300, descend and maintain 4,000, vectors visual approach.
Down to 4,000 heading 300, vector visual approach south, SkyWest 4495. .4,000 is set, just going to go to speed mode, 250 knots, and we'll reduce the power.
Express 112 Heavy, fully established, 12 right.
Air Express 112 heavy, runway 1, correction contact tower 16.7.
26.7, great job by the way. Have a good one, Express 112 Heavy.
Now if you land with your cabin pressurized higher than the outside air, it's hard to open the door because you can't force the door out into the air. But in this case we've got the opposite happening. We've got less air in the cabin than outside, so it'd be like the door explodes out. Clearly it's some instrumentation issue there.
Minneapolis approach, American 812 is with you, descending through flight level 170 for 8,000.
American 812, Minneapolis Reservoir.
Okay, heading mode is selected.
House 4495, reduce speed to 170, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000 and speed 170, scales 4495.
American 812, expect visual approach runway 12 right.
Vertical speed.
Back visual 12 right, American 812.
Speed 170 set.
Gauss 4495, traffic to follow 3 o'clock, 4 miles westbound, correction eastbound at a 4,000 at 8320, report on site.
Foul 95 looking.
Gauss 4495, turn right heading 030.
I think 030, 99, 4495.
Minneapolis approach Delta 683 to 7 on the kill 3.
We're on right and
Delta 683, Minneapolis, first good evening.
okay, flaps 1, check. Speed check, flaps
Okay,
1.
Southwest 103, should we start our left turn? And can we get a lower altitude, please?
Current
Delta 103,
vectors.
descend to maintain 6,000, turn left heading 240.
6,040 for Southwest 103.
Gauss 4495, turn right heading 090, intercept runway 12 right, localizer.
Heading 090, clear the intercept localizer, runway right, 4495. 090 set. That's 4,000.
Southwest 103, turn left heading 180.
180 Southwest 103.
Flaps 8, speed check, flap 8. Approach mode. Approach mode armed.
Minneapolis, approach Star Trek 420 with you descending through 18,000 now for 11.
Speed 170, please. Flaps 20, speed
Aircraft
check.
calling Fagan.
Speed check, flap 20.
Star Trek 420, we are with you, descending through 17,000 now for 11,000.
Star Trek 420, Minneapolis for treasure.
Okay, checklist.
Minneapolis Center, Star Trek 420, which approach can we expect into Minneapolis?
Star Trek 420, expect visual approach on my line.
Alright, visual 12 right, Star Trek 420, thank you.
American 812 after passing Greek, descend to maintain 5,000.
Send and maintain 5,000 after Greek, American 8.
Turkish 193, Minneapolis, approach, good evening.
Full landing. Cabin crew,
Southwest
6 0.
103, release speed to 210.
Passenger signs are on, thrust
Speed to 10,
lever,
okay.
thrust reverse levers are armed.
Gauss 4495, Minneapolis Airport, 2 o'clock, 12 miles, report in sight.
4495, airport in sight.
Gauss 4495, clear visual approach from runway 2 right, contact the tower 126.7, maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5 mile final.
170 knots greater till 5 mile final, and contact tower 126.7. Let's go on, it's 4495.
Tower, KBM Victor Hotel, Sierra for Mike, ready and turn, runway 12 right.
Golf Kilo Bravo, Minneapolis Tower.
Golf Kilo Bravo.
TVM Golf Kilo Bravo, Minneapolis Tower, good evening, runway 12 right, line of point.
Runway 12 right, line up and wait, Golf Kilo Bravo.
There's a glide slope.
That's TBM Golf Kilo Bravo, traffic 10 mile final regional jet.
Tower Skywest 4495, established runway 12 right.
Ready! Skywest 4495, Minneapolis Tower, roger, traffic is departing your arrival. Runway 12 right, clear line.
12 right, clear line, 4495.
And TBM Golf Kilo Bravo, Minneapolis Tower, fly runway heading runway right, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading runway 12 right, clear for takeoff, Golf Kilo Bravo.
Sounds good. Is that you, Golf Kilo Bravo? Nick? There you are. Speed 137 for the approach. Set. Time to go down. Flap 30. Flaps 30 speed checks. Full landing checklist is complete. Okay, throttle versus armed, landing gear down and lock 3 green, just waiting on the flaps. And my aircraft. Power coming back. There's 2000.
TBM Golf Kilo Bravo, contact departure solo.
Correct departure, thank you, goodbye, Golf Kilo Bravo.
Speed stable. Check. Configured.
Southwest 103, Minneapolis Tower, traffic 8 miles in front of you, runway 12 left, clear line.
Southwest 103, and we have traffic inside.
Vacating to the left once we vacate.
50, 40,
Continue.
30, 20, 10.
GVM, Sierra Alpha November, Minneapolis Tower, runway 12 right, line of runway. Traffic is 8 mile per hour.
Hold up in white says Sierra Mike.
Skywest 4495 left, unable ground point 9.
Ground point 9 on the left, Skywest 4495.
Minneapolis Tower, American 812 is established on the localizer.
American 812, Minneapolis Tower, traffic will depart prior to your arrival, wind 0609, 12 right, clear to land.
Traffic will depart, 12 right, clear to land, American 812.
GBM, Sierra Alpha Mike, from fly runway heading runway 12 right, clear for takeoff, wind 060 at 9, traffic on 6 mile final.
1.9. Is that a official request for a nighttime flight?
Sierra
We'll do it tomorrow. It's only 1.9 set. Ground, Skywest 4495 has vacated runway 12 right.
Last time ground, call finally.
Skywest 4495.
Skywest 4495, Minneapolis ground, which gate do you got today?
Gate Charlie 21.
Southwest, excuse me, Skywest 4495, Bravo Delta Quebec to the ramp.
Go, Bravo Delta and Quebec to the ramp. Skywest 4495. I like daytime. That's why I adjusted it to be 12 hours offset. But if we really want a night flight, we can do one tomorrow. Milk Run Monday is a thing.
Delta 5580, runway 12 right, taxi to Alpha, cross 22 at Alpha, give way to the Skywest CRJ700. And ground, Shamrock 2144. Just want to confirm you want me going to runway 12 right. Last call on ground, call sign only for 12 right. Yeah, Shamrock 2144. Just want to confirm you want me to go into runway 12 right and not that. Shamrock 2144.
If your doors are open.
12 right, Charlie Alpha, cross 22 Alpha. Cross Charlie Alpha, cross 22 Alpha.
Radar off.
Minneapolis Grand, stock 1847 at the ramp, position, sir.
Half landing checks. AVU's on, radar is off, flaps and sights are retracted, lights are set. And roads off.
Push on Quebec, 1847.
There's Delta.
Southwest 103, we're just vacated around to the Alpha here.
Southwest 103, ground, which gate do you have tonight?
Southwest 103, we don't really have a gate. Let's choose one first.
Roger, Southwest 103, right turn Papa Delta to the Echo gates are going to be the first out spur gates on it. Delta, I'm going to give way to the Southwest 737 coming out of Papa.
Isn't that Lingus? What the heck?
Papa Delta, the Echo gate will give way to 737.
What are they doing here? What are they doing on the grass most of the point? Loving how we're sitting on the ground with a cabin altitude of 9,600 feet. I'll just like flying in the daytime, that's all. No need to... My house is in daytime, it's 11 o'clock in the morning here in Australia. Why fly in the night time when it's daytime? Makes it hard to see the screens. If I had the choice as a pilot, I'd work all the early shifts. Wake up at 4 in the morning, get to the work at 5, get airborne at 6. We've got 2 aircraft heading at us. Parking brake is set.
Shamrock 2144, you can monitor the tower 126.7. Don't call him, he'll call you. Safe flight.
Okay, over the tower, wait for the calls. Thank you. Terminal 2144.
Skywest 2495 holding kind of on the intersection of Delta and Quebec. I've got an aircraft on Papa and Quebec heading westbound.
Delta 5580, you're behind the Shamrock A320. You monitor the tower 126.7. Don't call him, I'll call you.
I know it's in there somewhere. Where's that Southwest plane? You don't tune in to see my face, but I can't see the screen. If I'm flying in Australia data.
Was that you having problems?
Yeah, 4495, we've just got an aircraft facing us on Quebec. We're going to use Papa, or I think there was a Southwest 73 on the way up.
Southwest 4495, can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry, you broke up just a little bit.
We're in the section of Delta and Quebec. There's a A320 facing us on Quebec. Can we use Papa?
Oh, it's Southwest 4495. Yeah, affirmative. You can go around him on Papa. That's fine.
Cool, thanks.
Ground, Delta 955, gate Delta 2, ready to taxi.
Delta 955, runway 12 right, taxi via Quebec, Delta Alpha, use caution for the Skywest, CRJ7 opposite direction on Papa.
Quebec Delta Alpha to 12 right, Delta 955, and we'll keep an eye out to the southwest, to the Skywest.
Delta 955, you can cross runway 22 Alpha. I don't think I told you that, I'm sorry.
And cross runway 22 Delta 955.
Ground Delta 2024 here in the pad row. It looks like we got our issue figured out. We're at 6.
Delta 2024, roger. Delta 2024, roger. Runway 12 right, taxi via Alpha, and you're being in sequence, Helicopter 737-800. When you get up to be number 1, you can monitor the tower 126.7.
Okay, Alpha behind the 73, we see him, and we'll monitor the tower. Delta 2024, thanks for your help.
Delta 2024, not a problem, and don't call him, he'll call you.
We got 2024, thank you.
And Grand Stackway 1840.
What I mean to say, once we don't need to worry about them, is when it's dark in Australia, I can afford to be dark all night time in the sim, all daytime in the sim. But when it's daytime in Australia, I have too much ambient light around me. So it's hard to actually see in the sim dark when it's not dark outside.
Shutdown 1847, runway 12 right, taxi
Get a lot of
Quebec,
reflection
Charlie
off the
Alpha,
screen.
cross runway 22 at Alpha.
There we go, head to head.
12 right, Quebec, Charlie. What is that runway is? That Alpha for 12 right, Stackway 1847.
Parking brake set.
Stackway 1847, use caution for the CRJ700 on opposite direction. He's turning into the ramp.
We see him in front of us. We'll use caution. That was 22 cross 1847.
Hey, affirmative 1847.
Sub 4821, just off of Papa 4 for gate Delta 5.
This is 4021, Minneapolis ground. Good evening. It's going to be Papa Quebec to the Delta ramp, and you're going to give way to the CRJ7 trying to get into the ramp at Charlie Gates.
Okay, we'll give way to Sky West ahead of us. We can't really move with them there.
And the Sky West will turn back into Quebec now, southbound.
Minneapolis ground, Southwest 329 at 202 on Delta.
Southwest 329, Minneapolis ground, good evening, 1112 right, taxi via Delta Whiskey, cross 22 at Whiskey.
29, we'll turn to right via Delta Whiskey and cross. And cross runway.
'23, '22, '21. We're going there.
Delta 955, you're in sequence behind an additional Delta A320. You can monitor tower 126.7. Don't call him, he'll call you. Safe flight.
Monitor tower 126.7, Delta 955, good night.
Brakes are set.
And ground United 129, ready for taxi.
Transponder coming off. Button for that, isn't there? Set. Cabin disarm doors, go straight. Shut down, chocks and brakes, seatbelt signs off. Jetway down. These aircraft, you have the stairs, but you also have kind of railings, and when you collapse the railings down, then you can bring the jet bridge in. How very American of them. Packs are off because they're broken. Beacon is off. Okay, chocks on, seatbelts off, electric set, fuel check valve is off, tested, thrust levers are shut off, anti-ice not required, fuel pumps can go off, hydraulic and beacon. And there we go. CRJ700. Have they updated the plane recently? Not really that I know of. Depends what you mean by recently. If you mean like less than 12 months ago, then yeah. I think there was a update about 4 or 5 months ago, but nothing since then that I know of. Obviously I've got some issues with my cabin altitude controller. The door's open and it still thinks it's at 9,000 feet. .9,000-foot cabin altitude. Everybody needs to put their oxygen masks on. Oh, wait a second. You can just literally walk outside onto the ground. Never mind. I found the nav mode not to be too bad today. It does turn a little wonky, but it's acceptable. Didn't have major issues today. We can go back and have a look how it did actually fly. We had a funky little turn at the beginning of the flight, but that was in the flight plan, the Peachy departure. So when we took off, we did the 100 heading, and then we got turned back around to fly essentially over the airport and then shoot up northbound. So they made us do this wonky turn like that out of the place. But once we got that over and done with, it flew this whole thing fine. Got down to gear rack and we just got cleared to a heading of 300, so we just changed the heading mode after that. But the entire flight, apart from the silly turn, was fine. And the silly turn wasn't the aeroplane's fault, it was the controllers decided to fly us directly at our departure airport before we turned, I think it was more than a 90-degree turn, something like 120 degrees right-hand turn over the airfield. The only issue that we had today was really this thing, the cabin altitude, still showing 8,500, even though we're on the ground. Might have a look in the forum about that. Yeah, it flies okay. It's a bit hard to fly because there's obviously no auto throttle. I also find the interface of having all your controls over here and all the readouts for those controls over there. So obviously altitude, I'm looking at the first officer's altitude because it's just easier than trying to stretch out to the captain's side. And the heading, I'll often spin the heading around and then I'll have a look. It's like spin the heading until it feels about right and then just fine tune it at the end. Still having issues deploying the reverse thrust as well. And yeah, apart from that, it's a reasonable plane. Kind of gets the job done. Probably won't fly it again for quite some time. Didn't use the head up display today because SkyWest actually don't have them, so it was correct not to actually use it. Yeah, it gets the job done. It's not top tier add-on, but it's not too bad. The CRJ. Anyhow, later tonight I'll probably do a VFR flight in the Cherokee again, up to Bundaberg. And then tomorrow we're doing a 737-800 from Canberra to Adelaide, or Adelaide to Canberra, one of those. And as per Dave Cap 1458, I think we'll actually fly the Milk Run Monday flight in real time, which means it'll be dark by the time we get there. Nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed flying. I have been Musical Aviator, and I'll see you guys next time we take to the skies. Catch you then.